What's going on, my people? This your boy, Mr. OBF. Back one time for your mind. Welcome to the OBF the Network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF the Real Cash App and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate it. Need more information to donate and subscribe to the channel? It's down there scrolling below. Make sure you guys hit that like button, people, and make sure you guys share the videos, man, to keep the movement pushing. All right, people, let's get into it, man. Let's get right into it. This is going to be a little long, man. I want y'all to hear a real sellout when you hear one. And hearing this, and I'm not an Indian, right? Or whatever the hell he is, right? At this point. I'm offended, and I'm not his people's. And I'm offended by this dude. Ramaswamy, or whatever the fuck his name is. He ran for president. He lost. He's worth a lot of money. And it's just sad. It's sad to see this. And I'm just gonna get straight into it, man. We ain't gonna do too much talking. We gonna break it down and shit like that, because I'm gonna do a lot of talking to breaking this down. But the level of like, I don't even know the word for this shit. It's not even just a sellout. Like, I know he a sellout, but it's just like, yo, this shit is embarrassing. How you sell yourself, or how you have this low self-esteem of yourself? All that money you got in this low self-esteem that you have for yourself to say this type of shit and allow someone to speak to you this way. But let's move on. Let's just get into it.
There's an N word that you're not allowed to say anymore, but I'm going to say it. Nationalist. It doesn't have to be a bad word. We got to distinguish between two different kinds of nationalism. The first is ethno-nationalism. That's the kind people usually think of. And it's natural because most nations' identities have been built around an ethnicity or a religion or a monarch. And in that case, the track record of history hasn't been great for what that type of nationalism produces, either for a country or for its neighbors. Distinct from that, though, is civic.
First of all, sir, it's never been good of nationalism. Or what you saying? I know you like to talk fast and say what you say. It's never been good with nationalism, regardless of what race it was. It's never been good. Because nationalism, at the end of the day, means that you're going to discriminate against others. That's what nationalism is. You stupid son of a bitch. You sell out. What the fuck are you talking about? And he likes to talk fast, so the shit kind of like, oh my God, it makes sense. It doesn't. Anybody that's out here, I don't give a fuck what group you from, talking about you are nationalism. You're a nationalism type motherfucker. You are a bigot, or you are a racist. It just is what it is. Hey, stop playing these stupid ass games. Like it's this big difference. It's not. Any time in history that when anybody talking about that is nationalism, or they use nationalism like that, it's always been on some bigoted racist shit to enslave or hurt others. The fuck are you talking about? I don't give a fuck if it's a religion. But anyway, let's move on.
Civic nationalism. And that's the kind of nationalism that I think is relevant in the United States of America, because our country is defined not based on an ethnicity, not based on a language or a monarch or a cuisine.
You are a fucking liar. If that's the case, then why people got upset? Why people have? Why is it that anybody that's not from America, right? You come to get your citizenship, right? Why do when they try to get their citizenship, they go for the test, they have to speak some type of English. So you just lying. And just because you're a very intelligent person, right? On book. For far as book, far as the book. You're a very educated person on books, right? Doesn't mean that you're a very bright individual. And that stands for right. I don't give a fuck how intelligent you think you are because you book smart. But sir, that is not true. America damn near makes people have to know English to be American citizens. That is a fact. What are you talking about, nigga? Why are you lying to people? But anyway, let's move on, because this shit get worse, man. This is the most disturbing shit I have ever heard in my life. And I heard some fucked up shit. I told y'all last year, that shit was disturbing. But this shit is more disturbing. And I haven't heard everything. I seen little clips. People sent me clips and shit about this shit. This shit is disturbing. But let's move on.
Or religion, for that matter. Our country is defined on the basis of a civic set of ideals that brought together a divided polyglot.
It is. First of all, you're lying again, because the party that you with that said the country is built on Christianity. So do you disagree with your party? I mean, what is it, bro? The ideology. What the fuck are you? Let's move on, man.
And yes, religiously diverse group of people 250 years ago. And so I don't think that that's the kind of nationalism we need to run from. I think we believe in the exceptionalism of those ideals. That's what American exceptionalism is about. It is a belief in the exceptionalism of the ideals that made this country great the first time around. And I think we're reaching an interesting fork in the road.
What you talking about the first time around? What are you talking about? When black people were slaves? When people like you wasn't accepted here? What are you talking about, you goofy ass nigga? You so much of a fucking sellout, you ignore history. You bitch ass motherfucker. What are you talking about? The first time around. First time around or what? Oh, when black people were slaves? It meant more, huh? What are you talking about, bruh? I can't stand when anybody talk about the past and they act like that shit was all gravy. Listen, I had good times back in the past too, but that shit wasn't all gravy. And I don't want to go back to that. I never want to go back to the shit I seen in my childhood. And even when I was a teenager, or some of the shit that even when I was a young adult, I don't want to go back to that. What the fuck is wrong with you people? We're supposed to be trying to do better, not go backwards. What is going on? But anyway, let's move on, man. This stupid, goofy shit.
In the road for the future of our conservative movement. You can leave behind the neocon, interventionist, surveillance state past of the conservative movement. But let's talk about where we're headed. The pro-nationalist, positive nationalist vision for the future. I think there are some interesting divides that haven't yet been smoked out between, say, a libertarian nationalist movement that I particularly find appealing for the future of our country, believing in the libertarian ideals of freedom from a government, a government that we elect, not an unelected class of bureaucrats. And yes, believing in the exceptionalism of those ideals at the same time that we...
Regardless of how I feel about who is in office, they are elected through the people. And I may not like the people that elected that person, and I think they stupid and ignorant. They have been elected through the people of where they're from. What the fuck are you talking about, motherfucker? What the fuck are you talking about? Let's move on, man.
Same time that we believe in a national identity, the idea that a nation without borders is not a nation, a libertarian breed of nationalism, versus the revival of what I see as a different kind of reactionary nationalism.
First of all, shut your
says,
dumb ass up. You talking about we ain't got no borders. So ain't no border patrol down there at the borders. None of our borders. Ain't no border patrol down there. They're just letting people in, huh? They're just letting any and everybody in. What the fuck are you talking about, stupid? Are you so disingenuous, bro? This dude is out of fucking pocket. Let's move on.
One that says that we can expand and use the tools of the state when necessary to achieve our pro-American or nationalistic goals. And yes, one that does believe that there is some element of ethnic heritage that defines...
First of all, we all know that there is racist states in this country. Alabama, Texas. Wisconsin, Tennessee. A bunch of racist ass people that run them states. Come on, bro. Stop, man. Anyway, let's move on.
What it means to be an American. I'm sympathetic to that view, though I disagree with it. And that's why on today's podcast, I wanted to bring on somebody who's a fellow conservative, a fellow nationalist, though she frames it in forms of citizenship, and somebody who actually believes in the ideals of this country, but on whom I think we still have some disagreements about the role that ethnicity plays in grounding the identity of the United States of America. Somebody I've been curious about...
First of all, bitch, you won't fight back against this racist bitch. Her name is Ann Colton. You won't fight her back. She get ready to say some most racist shit, and you don't fight back. But you saying, oh, no. We gonna disagree on some shit. You ain't gonna disagree on shit. You gonna let this racist bitch say racist shit, and she gonna say what she gonna say, and you ain't gonna say shit like a fucking coward that you are. You are a fucking coward. You bitch ass motherfucker. I ain't even your race of people, and I'm ashamed of you. I feel for the race of your people. I feel bad for them because of your racist, your punk ass. You a fucking punk. You a bitch ass motherfucker. You let this woman come on your platform and disrespect you, and disrespect your race. And you are one of the people that have the intelligence, have a very good high IQ that these white folks, these racist white folks look for, that you one of the good ones. And she still disrespects you. And you acting like she's somebody that you're supposed to respect. She's a racist, bro. How you respect a racist? Anyway, let's move on, man. Let's move on, man.
It's about following, haven't met in person yet, but we're going to bring her on the podcast today. That's Ann Coulter. Nationalism. It's a touchy word. You're not supposed to say the N-word anymore, but I'll say it. Nationalism. I don't think it has to be a bad word, not in the American context. There's two kinds of nationalism that I think we need to distinguish between. Historically, nationalism has been associated with ethno-nationalism. Why is that? Most nations are founded on the existence of a single ethnicity, at least as the backdrop of that nation's identity, a culture. a religious set of institutions, maybe a religion itself as a state religion, a monarch. These are the things that have historically grounded the identity of a
Yeah, but
nation.
it wasn't America. Regardless of what I think about the forefathers, and I think they was racist, and they was hypocrites too. But the one thing that I can say, that religion wasn't one of those things. Yeah, they used race. That's why when people say, "Oh, America was never a racist country," bullshit. They used race to create the country they created. Still to this day. And they use religion here and there to control the slaves. These are facts. You ignorant piece of shit. The country was already built on a lot of that shit. But if you look at the Constitution, no, it wasn't about that. But they disregard the Constitution. Even the forefathers, they disregarded the Constitution because of they used religion to control slaves. The fuck are you talking about, bro? Anyway, let's move on, man. Let's move on.
Of a nation. Well, nationalism refers to the idea of effectively viewing the exceptionalism of your nation relative to those around you and your national pride as a anchoring of your own identity. And that's led to, I would say, consequences throughout the course of human history that haven't always been great as judged by posterity. You could think about single-handed dictators for much of American history and global history that have been defined on the back of being nationalist. Well, I don't think that that's necessarily the definition that needs to apply in the American context of civic nationalism. Beautiful thing about America is that we're not
Sir, you cannot define the difference between that. It's no difference between that. If it's nationalism, if it happened back in the day when white nationalism, what is the difference? What are you talking about? They used nationalism back then. White nationalism. They used it back then. Black people couldn't vote. We were slaves. All that shit. What the fuck are you talking about? They didn't even like you. You wouldn't, your parents wouldn't even have citizenship if it wasn't for us. What the fuck are you you think the shit that you believe in would accept you back then? You ignorant piece of shit. The only reason that you even accepted in those white racist nationalism bullshit that you're talking about is because of us. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You have no say. If it wasn't for the civil rights movement, you have no say here. Shit that you're saying, this white supremacy bullshit white nationalist bullshit that you talking about, you wouldn't even be able to say it unless you had to. Matter of fact, you know what? I apologize. You're right. You would be able to say it if you kissed the ass and kissed the rings of these racists like you doing now. You're right. You know what? Partly you right. You could do it. You had to sell your soul to be and to say the shit that you say. You bitch ass motherfucker. You can't really be and can't really speak your mind. You had to side with white supremacy to feel yourself. Like I tell any white supremacist, any racist in the world, or any Republican, because I think you are all a racist, a bunch of racists. It ain't nothing that you can do for me to make me understand where you coming from. I stand on that. And I ain't scared of you. But I don't wish harm on you. But I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. And you know why? You know the real reason why I ain't scared of no racist ass pieces of shit and sell out pieces of shit like this dude? You know why? My ancestors. They died for this shit. They died for me being in a position to not to be scared of you sons of bitches playing with me, trying to play with my intelligence. The one thing that they hated, black people died. Our ancestors got killed and murdered because we could read and got educated and comprehend. They killed our ancestors. A lot of our ancestors for that. Think about that. So for this goofy motherfucker to sit here and they like, oh, this country was this and that and they was good. What the fuck are you talking about, man? They killed our ancestors because we could comprehend what's going on. They killed us. They killed our people. And it wasn't your people, it was our people. So show some fucking appreciation. You side with the motherfuckers that that didn't give a fuck about you or your family. We made them care a little bit. Even though they accept you in a way, right? Because you speak their language. You know why they accept you? Because we allowed it. We fought for it. I ain't say we allowed it, we fought for it. We fought for your ignorance, your stupidity. That's what we did. You motherfucker. Anyway, let's move on.
Because that we're not a country defined on the basis of necessarily a single cuisine or a single ethnicity or a single religion, but we're a nation defined on a single set of ideals that brought together a divided polyglot and, yes, even religiously diverse group of people 250 years ago. And so I think that's what's at stake in the context of being an American nationalist, is whether or not you're committed.
First of all, that's a lie. Y'all believe in, even your goofy ass believe in discriminating against others. So that's not true. They keep acting like they had this thing back in the day where they never discriminated against people. Black people were slaves. Black people could not vote. What are you talking about, bro? What the fuck are you talking about? That's not what the country was. It's insulting to me of a black man, a black person that knows the history of this country, and motherfuckers like him sit here with all this education that he has. And I know he's intelligent. And he's to sit here and try to tell me, because I ain't got all his education. He been through these schools. He rich, he got money. But I know of researching and educating myself that I know that he's lying. Trying to pretend. When was it good back in the day? You was irrelevant. Your people was irrelevant, just like our people were. What are you talking about? You had no say. Not in this country. White nationalism, back in that day, you had no say. Shit, white women ain't had no say. That's what shocked me about the white women siding with these dumbass racists. But I get it, they look like you want right. I get it, you ignorant bitches. A lot of y'all. I ain't saying all of y'all, but a lot of you racist ass white women, fuck you bitches. Man, get the fuck out of here. You talking that goofy shit. We was all good back in the day. What time was we good? Make America great when? When was everybody good? You're goofy. Let's take a quick commercial break, people. We right back. This nigga angry. All right, people, we back from quick commercial break. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can't donate to the channel, go to OBF The Real, Cash App, and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate it. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channel? It's down there strolling below. Make sure you guys hit the like button and share the videos, man. Let's get it back in, man. That shit bullshit, man. I can't believe that we have these first generation of minority people really thinking that America was great. For us as black folks, I don't understand that. Even for themselves, I don't. Okay, let's move on.
Committed to those civic ideals. That's a different question from being an ethno-nationalist. Now, I do think that there are many now in our conservative movement, as we look to the future of a conservative movement that puts aside the historical neocon baggage of interventionist foreign policy and a domestic surveillance state, put that to the past. I think we're headed to a future where we still have to define what the different branches of a pro-nationalist conservative vision are here in the United States. I see the emergence of a strain that's skeptical of civic nationalism, believes that civic nationalism is really just a siren song, something that we can't really hang our hat on. It's too thin to anchor our identity to. A vision that says, you know what, somebody who has been here as long as fourth or fifth or sixth generation as an American, descended from people who have been here a long time ago, have a different claim on this country than somebody who may have come here as an immigrant. Yes, went through the oath of pledging allegiance to this country, but nonetheless haven't yet vested in citizenship in the same way as somebody who inherits a country that's more than just an economic zone. And I think it's an interesting discussion to have. I think the future of the conservative movement...
Actually, it's not. Actually, it's not. Because you are from a generation that you are a first generation an American. Your parents is not from here. Your parents has only been here because of black people ancestors. What we fought for. It's the only reason that you are here. You probably wouldn't even been born here if we would have just been cowards and been bitches like you. And I'm not trying to disrespect your ancestors or disrespect your parents and shit like that, but they ran here. And I get it, I understand it. But nigga, you are sitting here acting like you better than the rest of us here because you are first born generation. I'm not a first born generation American. My ancestors go way back. My ancestors were slaves. What What the fuck are you talking about in this country? They fought for people like me and your goofy ass to be in positions for even you to talk this nonsense you talking about. That's what my ancestors did, not yours. It ain't your ancestors that did it. Your mom and dad and grandparents ain't do it. They from another country. Not my great grandparents. The fuck are you talking about? The problem is you don't put respect on what we talking about. You a first generation asshole. You make your parents look bad. And for your parents to be okay with you, because I guarantee that, you got a lot of money, so you make them look good. The fuck out of here, nigga. Anyway, let's move on. I got money that put my mom and dad in a certain position too. But you know what? Not as much as you, but I can put them in certain positions. But nigga, if they ain't on what I'm on, they don't get to be here. This shit comes from what I'm on. This shit comes from our ancestors. Nigga, I don't put people in positions that ain't worthy of it. I give you the opportunity to do it, but if you fuck it up, that's on you. That's how that goes, you simple, stupid son of a bitch. Let's move on.
Movement depends on where we land here. On one end of our nationalist movement, a libertarian nationalist movement that says that, you know what, you can subscribe to the ideals of this country, that you should achieve anything you want, and you're equally American as long as you pledge allegiance to those ideals. But I think a subtext and a strain on the other side that's skeptical.
Sir, you talking on some fuck shit. Have you been around black folks? We don't pledge allegiance to this country. Now, I'm not saying there ain't a certain percentage of black people that pledge allegiance to this country. It's some that served and all that other shit. But that's them niggas. But black people that ain't served in this country, that been through, we ain't been in the military. We ain't been doing none of that shit to pledge to no motherfucking country. We ain't pledging to no motherfucking country that mistreat us. The fuck wrong with you? I don't pledge to no fucking country that mistreat me because of certain token black niggas that they allowed to do certain things. Fuck wrong with you? And I'm a certain token black nigga in a way. I done made it out the hood. I'm good. But it ain't that ain't because of the shit that you talking about. I made it out because my people, and I believe in the spiritual high, that man upstairs helped me get there. But I'm good. But I live in reality too. It ain't no motherfucking way that a country that been oppressing my people and still do it, that I side with them and act like I got a pledge to them. Are you crazy, motherfucker? I ain't pledging no motherfucking America. Pledge to America for what? I'm embarrassed by America. Let's be real. You want to be 100? I'm embarrassed by America. I'm embarrassed by this country. I'm so embarrassed. The fuck out of here. I ain't pledging the shit. If you want me to pledge, this is how this go. I pledge to help my people. That's what I pledge to do. I'm black first. My people come first. That's what I pledge to. You bitch ass motherfucker. But anytime a black person say that, oh my God, oh, woo, why they say that? Why that black person say that? But motherfuckers in different races can say that though. And it's no problem. And let you say it, bitch. They think you're a terrorist. They already call us thugs. Or we anti-American. You call it whatever you want. I've been anti-American. I've been that. So you can't call me anti-American. I claim it already. I'm anti-American. That's like a black person telling another black person you ain't black. That's how I feel about these so-called American patriots. Who the fuck are you telling me I ain't American? It's insulting. Can't take my... I bitch born this bitch. How you gonna tell me I ain't American? I ain't American. Because I don't agree with you? So I ain't American. Fuck out of here. That's like me telling another racist motherfucker, you ain't American. No, you American. That means you don't believe in with the shit other than you don't believe in the Constitution. You are more of a Confederate than you are about waving the American flag. You piece of shit. Because the Confederates lost the war. So why you keep floating around and on that racist shit? The racists lost. But come to find out, maybe they didn't. Because you motherfuckers out here still claiming that you on some racist shit. The fuck out of here. Tell me I ain't American. The fuck out of here. I'd have to kiss your ass to be American, bitch. Anyway, let's move on.
Side that's skeptical of that. It says, you know what? We should be open to using government as an instrument to advancing pro-nationalist ends. And there is a difference in how American you really are, depending on how long you've been here. And I think we ought to smoke that discussion out and have that open dialogue in a way that's been...
No, it doesn't. If you are an American citizen, you here. I don't question anybody as an American. Racist people do that. Shout out to my brother Bell in the building. What up, brother Bell? I don't question nobody American shit. Only bigots and racists do that. I don't question nobody being here from America. That's the shit that y'all do. Or question American citizens. Think about it. If a motherfucker ain't speaking fully English, they question it. He's not American. I know people that don't speak fully English like that are Americans. These are facts. And you sit there out here and you try to act like we all tripping. No, bitch, you the one tripping. Ramaswamy, whatever the fuck your name is. Motherfucker, we good. We don't discriminate. Like you racist motherfucker. You are a racist, bro. And this is just facts. You are a fucking racist. Ain't nobody questioning nobody's motherfucking are you from America? Listen, I run into plenty of different nationality of people. Am I out this bitch? He ain't from America. Or if somebody don't speak full in language of English, I'm questioning they ain't from America. I don't know their citizenship. Who am I to judge? I can't judge them. That's how that goes, you ignorant piece of shit. But anyway, let's move on.
It's been uncomfortable because of the Overton window that we accept around these topics. And I think we would be best served taking a truck and driving it through that Overton window so we can actually have an honest discussion about the future of where the conservative movement is headed from here, not just on the issue of national identity or nationalism or immigration, but more broadly. And that's why I brought on today somebody who I think has some thoughtful perspectives on the future direction of our country, of our conservative movement, and on this question of nationalism and national
Now,
identities.
let me just say this. If I wanted to be real ignorant about this, and which I am, right? People like him that's really not American, other than he is a first generation American, and I get that, and I respect that. Because he was born in Ohio. He speaks the same language of racists, of the forefathers and people back in the days when they didn't see black people as Americans. They created a country, right? And then they didn't look at black people as human beings. They didn't look at us as we are American citizens. They looked at us as slaves. What are you saying the same shit that they're saying? What's wrong with you, man? We good here, bro. Like, no, listen. Let me just say this to these foreign motherfuckers, these first generation motherfuckers. You gotta stop. Some of y'all, not all of y'all, but y'all gotta stop. Y'all are not that special. I'm in the first generation. You are a first generation. Motherfucker, I am not a first generational black American or American. If you want to look at it that way, I'm good where I'm at. I'm good. But you the motherfucker that want to sit there and make an issue. You want to be on some racist shit. Try to tell other black folks that, or other minority people, we ain't, if we don't do what y'all want us to do, then we not real Americans. Okay, cool. Fine. We ain't real Americans, then. Okay, then, motherfucker, then fine. Prove that we ain't real Americans. Because we won't go along with what you saying. That's not American, motherfucker. That's dictatorship. And you need to take your bitch ass back to where your family came from. And we ain't trying to go backwards, bitch. We trying to be here in the present. Well, we are, you bitch ass motherfucker. Anyway, let's move on.
Identity, somebody who've been fascinated by for a long time and have interacted with on social media, but for the first time we're having at least a live form conversation in the offline sense of it. It's Ann Coulter. So Ann, thanks for coming on, and I'm looking forward to our conversation today.
Me too. Thanks for having me. That was a fantastic opening monologue. I too am a fan of yours. So I'm going to make a point of disagreeing with you so that it will be fun.
Yeah, no, it ain't. She ain't. She's only disagreeing with you because you're not white. So she's gonna say what she's gonna say. You stupid son of a bitch. Ann Coulter is a racist. She been a racist. She been on her shit. I didn't have to hear this shit to say that Ann Coulter is a racist. But you know what? It's stamped it that she's a racist. What y'all get ready to hear. People want to sit there and act like, oh, I'm tripping. No, I ain't tripping. This bitch is a racist. And I stand on it. Listen.
You are so bright and articulate, and I guess I can call you articulate since you're not an American black. Can't say that about them. That's derogatory. And that was a great opening segment. Lots of
because you know why it's derogatory and it's disrespectful to black folks? Because it's simple fact, you acting like we're not that. You acting like it's not a lot of us that's articulate and and can speak clearly to the English language. That's why it's insulting. That's why we feel like it's insulting. But you know that already, though, right? So that lets you know how much of a racist she is. She knows that. You can't. She know not to say that shit to us, but then she still did say it in her own way. Oh well, I can't say that. You're not black, so I can say that to you. That's racist right there. Cause she already know what she's saying that's inappropriate and racist to us, but she'll say it to you because you ain't black. And maybe, never mind. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Lots of things to talk about there. Oh, and I agreed with many, many things you said during, in fact, probably more than most other candidates when you were running for president. But I still would not have voted for you because you're an Indian. We'll get back to that.
This woman straight up came out to get. Listen, let me just say something to y'all. You have to respect the races. I tell you, I wouldn't still vote for you because you are an Indian. So, was she basically saying, I wouldn't vote for you if you was black? She was basically telling Tim Scott that. That ain't for me because, like, or Democrats. That's for black Republicans. She wouldn't vote for you, and you got all the qualities and everything. You know what I mean? You got all these things. But she wouldn't vote for you and wouldn't fuck with you because of the color of your skin. That's what she said. I didn't make it up. She said it. But anyway, let's move on. She told this man to his face, I wouldn't vote for you because you Indian. First of all, I'd have cut that bitch off. Oh, what the fuck you mean? If I'm qualified for a fucking job, you wouldn't vote for me to be qualified for that job? That's what you're saying? She's saying no. I'm not going to fuck with you because of the color of your skin. That is a racist. And Cote is... Never mind. Let's move on. Move on.
And it's directly related to what you were just talking about. You know, the thing about nationalism, you're totally right. It is like, to use the word nationalism, oh, it's Hitler, it's Hitler. And, you know, Hitler had soup. That doesn't mean we shouldn't have...
First of all, bitch, I don't need to hear nothing from Hitler. Shit. You just said it. To let me know you're a racist. This man is very articulate. Side everything with you on policies. And you still wouldn't vote for him because of the color of his skin. Tell me how the rest of us is tripping. I don't understand. But it's the same woman to tell you, oh, I'm not a racist. White nationalist is not like what you think it is. Bitch, yes it is. Anyway, let's move on. It get worse.
Shouldn't have soup. Hitler loved dogs. That doesn't mean you shouldn't love dogs. So I think we have to move past this. If Hitler did it, it must be bad. But I do notice when I was listening to your monologue, I don't think I do use the word nationalism. I would use a word you used in your monologue, which I liked quite a bit, and that's citizenship. There's citizenism. How about Americanism?
Yeah.
I'd also point out that the only people who are not allowed to be proud of their ethnic group do tend to be Anglo-Saxons. Oh boy, you can't be proud of being white. Whereas, you know, watch a soccer game.
Bullshit. Fuck you talking about, bitch. White people always been proud. Listen, and let me just say this. You want to be real? And Kotner, what you gotta be proud of being white for? And I say this to good white folks or bad white folks. What you proud of? Your history in this country has been owning slaves. That's your history. Tell me anything else good about you that'll make it better. Tell me what it make better. You own slaves. That's your history. So tell me anything else better than that. I'll wait. And you can bring up Abraham Lincoln all you want. Abraham Lincoln owned slaves. What are we talking about? Because he figured out, oh, it was wrong? I ain't talking about other countries and other black superior people that what they did. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about black Americans. I don't give a fuck about no other country. I ain't from there. I wasn't born there. I was born in America. Tell me where that shit is okay. Well, you alright with that? You can't tell me that. I tell people this all the time. I am good in my skin. I'm okay. The motherfucking racist people try to sit here and pretend that black people are tripping. The fuck out of here. Ann Coulter is a fucking racist. That's what she is. And Ann Coulter, anytime, any place, for me to tell you that you are a racist, I tell you to your face, bitch. I ain't no respect for no racist bitch like that. That bitch is a racist. She is a racist. Ain't nothing that we should talk about with Ann Coulter. For what? The bitch is a racist. I ain't got time to be sitting there talking to no goddamn racist. Trying to hear her point of view of it. For what? We gotta hear Ann Coulter racist ass point of views, and then everybody like, oh yeah, we just gotta hear it. Oh, what the fuck? What? Anyway, let's move on.
Soccer game. See, it's Venezuela. We're Mexicans. They don't. It's funny. Hispanics don't even think of themselves as Hispanics. They think of themselves as the country they're from. I think French feel very proud to be French. We saw Macron expressly objecting wokeness on the grounds that this is an American institution. We're not going to import this. So you do see basically every other ethnic group very proud.
Ann Coulter. None of us are in a way natural born citizens in this country. We're just not. None of our heritage lead to us being natural born so-called Americans. We not. What are you talking about? Ann Coulter, you ain't even from this country. Your family ain't come from here. None of that shit. And Coulter, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna drop some jewels on you. I am. My ancestors ain't from here. No, I can't say that. I'm sorry. I'll take that back. No. I am part Native American. So, a lot of my people, what they did to our people, whatever happened. Listen, I'm from here. from America. And black people been here before it was called the America. Before your ancestors stole this country. And I understand other countries did their enslavement. I get all that shit. But we ain't talking about it. We talking about America. America stole this country and turned it into and named it another different name. That's what they did. This shit wasn't called America. This was the Native Americans. This was the people that lived here in this country. Their country. Fuck an African. And fuck all that shit that you talking about. Nigga, we don't. This is not our shit. Now, don't get it twisted. Right? Because I know my history, right? Or where I come from. I'm from the native tribe. I'm from it. Right? But the other part come from the other side of my family come from Africa. Slave ships. And white people raping my ancestors. So I got some white in me. I got all that shit in me. So I ain't scared or I ain't trying to act like I ain't listen. I'm descendants of those people, those different groups. I ain't trying to sit here and act like, oh, these white folks, they try to sit here because they think they purr. You ain't purr shit, bitch. And Coda. Believe it or not, your ancestors got some black in you. Because your ancestors was fucking my people. I ain't say fucking them, they was raping them. So what you talking about? Why are we still beefing now? You want to be because you white, right? And you people look at you white. I get that. But you ain't nobody special and Kota. Fuck out of here. But anyway, let's move on.
Very proud of their ethnic group. And the thing I'd say about America, okay, no single cuisine, but you can get Chinese food and Mexican food in Paris and Tokyo. Food has definitely migrated across countries. There is a core national identity that is the identity of the WASP. And that doesn't mean we can't take anyone else in, a Sri Lankan or a Japanese or an Indian.
First of all, you can't, listen, the culture of food in America is everybody food. That's number one, you ignorant bitch. You don't talk that bullshit. Who you mad at? I don't understand racist people. What they mad at? Every culture brings something to this shit. We here. It ain't our fault that you listen, Aaron Coulter. Are you married? Do you got some white dick in you? Or something? I mean, bitch, get some dick in you. Fuck are you talking about? You mad? You go around the country and do your little bullshit, do that little racist clan shit that you doing right now. Bitch. Are you good? You got some pussy? I mean, you get some dick? Or whatever. I mean, what the fuck is going on with you? You ain't got nothing going popping like that, bitch. You try to make other people mad in society and try to be on some racist shit because you are fucking racist. And you don't get no dick. Remember when they said, "Oh, the liberals, they ugly." Okay, fine. We got all the ugly motherfuckers over here, but at least we get some pussy. You fuck with bitches that transform their face, and you don't like the Transformers. Remember that? Y'all don't like that people that do that God don't do, transforming their face. But you got the bitches all over there that transform their face. The fuck out of here, bitch. You bitches is crazy. Fuck out of here. Let's move on.
But the core around which the nation's values are formed is the WASP. We've never had a president who didn't have at least partial English ancestry. Never. We've only had one Catholic president. There was only one Catholic signatory to the Declaration of Independence. They were all not only Protestants, but pretty much Presbyterian.
First of all, that's not true. Because Biden was one. He was a Catholic, right? And damn, who the other person? This is back in the day. And I could be wrong about this. I'm saying I could be wrong. But but the one thing I ain't wrong about, that it was two Catholic presidents. It could be Reagan. I think Reagan was Catholic. So she's just lying about shit. Like, come on. This I can admit that I'm wrong. I'm not 100% about some shit. But she's lying. What the fuck are you talking about? But anyway, let's move on.
Presbyterian. King George referred to the American Revolution as that Presbyterian War. So there is a lot in the freedom thing. Samuel Huntington of Harvard has written about this in a fantastic book I recommend to everyone, Who Are We? And he describes how, back in colonial times, interestingly enough, for example, Jews could vote, but Catholics couldn't, because people thought they would be more loyal to Rome. Once they became more American Catholic and less Roman Catholic, then they were just, part of us and part of Americans. But you do notice, and he describes why.
Right, but Tom, you said all that shit. What was the black folks? What was the slaves? The slaves couldn't vote. What the fuck you talking about? Everybody wasn't free. Everybody wasn't free. Black people couldn't vote. Couldn't say nothing. They were slaves. What are you talking about? You're talking about all these other people, and you're talking about religion. You're not talking about regular human beings. What the fuck are you talking about? Bitch. What are you talking about? You piece of shit. It's no way impossible that you think that somehow what you saying makes sense. It doesn't. What's up with the black folks was there? Because we were there. It's like erasing history. You acting like black people wasn't there and Kota. We wasn't there. So what about us? What about the slaves that was there? Huh? What about the white folks, the Europeans that you talking about that enslaved us? What are you talking about? Bitch. Anyway, let's move on.
Is why so many countries that have not done very well are dominated by Catholicism. It's much more from the top down. It lends itself to an authoritarian governance.
First of all, that's a lie, bitch. Because motherfucking China is doing good. Okay? Motherfucking little Kim is doing good. What are you talking about? They doing great. They fine. Everything good with them. They don't need America. They still doing what they do. There's so many dictator countries. What are you talking about? Russia. They don't really need America like that. Nigga, they doing what they do. What you talking about?
Whereas, Calvinist, it's between you and God. And moreover, because of the Presbyterian, I think every ethnic group has this, the WASP work ethic and the Jewish work ethic, and I'm sure there's an Indian work ethic. But specifically with Presbyterians or Protestants, let me put it that way, and the Calvinism, even though it might not be theologically true, but the idea that you are part of the chosen and you prove that by being successful, it's almost the reverse.
You see how they disrespect black folks? The racists do. All them jobs and all these other people, different races, they have done. We did them shits before they came here. And then, mind you, see how racist they are? These are the same white people that enslaved black people to do those jobs, and they didn't do them. They didn't do it, these jobs. Excuse me. They ain't do them fucking jobs. The fuck are you talking about, bitch? Excuse me.
In Catholic countries, not so much this country, because American Catholics have basically become Protestants. And that is this worship of being poor, as if you are closer to God because you're poor. That's not the way to create a on-the-go developing country.
Mm-hmm. So, no, I think that's an interesting tour through that historical lane, but I want...
Let me say this. So you think that we feel closer to God because we intentionally we want to have this connection with God to be poor. Bitch, are you crazy? It ain't a poor person out here. No poor person that be like, oh, I want to be poor to be connected to God. Bitch, what are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about, bitch? Let's go to a quick commercial break. We're right back, people. Alright, people, we're back from a quick commercial break. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel, to OBF, the channel, people. I mean, the OBF, the Cash App, people. So, listen. That shit is crazy. The racism is crazy. And I think that's what's throwing me off a little bit, because it's like, I can't believe that these motherfuckers is this racist and being blatant about it. But anyway, let's move on.
But I want to pick on one point you said, which is citizenship, right? Let's talk about what does it mean to be a citizen of a nation. And it's interesting, if a lot of people trip up on this, they'll say, well, it means what you get, right? Do I get to vote, or do I get some other claim? And that doesn't really work. Actually, if you look through most of American history, for example, women were citizens long before women could vote, right? Mm-hmm. And so It's not about what you get. In my book, and I think that this is true with the American conception of
Okay,
citizenship.
well, time out. Ann Coulter couldn't say the shit that she's saying if it wasn't for black people. She's a white woman, and she couldn't speak this shit unless she backed with everything that her husband or whoever she was with or that white male, she had to ride with that. She had no motherfucking say. Do y'all understand that? All this shit, that racist shit that this bitch is saying, she wouldn't be able to say it. Or say something different than her white counterpart if it wasn't for black folks. These are facts. I don't know why. Never mind. Let's move on. Move on.
Conception of citizenship, I think it's true of the Roman conception of citizenship, is it's about your loyalty, actually.
Yes.
To whom do you actually pledge loyalty? And so I think you and I share that in common. Actually.
Loyalty to who? Loyalty to who? So I'm loyal to what? Racist? I'm loyal to racist white people? Is that what you telling me? As a black person and my ancestors that built this fucking country, I'm supposed to be loyal to who? See, that's my thing. You keep saying loyalty to who? Who I'm being loyal to? I can't be loyal to somebody. What the fuck are you talking about? Let's move on.
Actually, I don't know, I've never asked you this, Ian, but I assume from seeing the things you said, tell me if I'm right about this, you're probably against the existence of dual citizenship as a concept. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Yes. You and I share that in common.
Outrageous.
It's incoherent. It's not just outrageous. It's incoherent. It's oxymoronic. How could you possibly have?
Listen, how the fuck are you okay with that? You wouldn't be here then. Sir, you are a natural born citizen. If your family didn't come here, you would not exist in this country at all. So what are you talking about? The coonery is, the sellout shit is just crazy.
Have a loyalty to two different nations where the essence of citizenship is which nation to whom you had your undivided loyalty. That's what the essence of citizenship is all about. So you and I agree on so much there. But where I wouldn't say lose you, but I may fail to fully understand you, is on that axis of citizenship, what does ethnicity have to do with the matter? And I think you would be well served, and maybe this could be a great platform for you to do it, to make the case for why that, what you put it, WASP basis for the American identity, how is that relevant against a backdrop of which you got the WASP seventh generation descendant of some rich guy on the Upper East Side in Brooklyn that pretends to hate this country because it's the cool thing to do, versus somebody who came here as the kid of immigrants but pledges loyalty to.
Well, first of all, I don't have to. I'm not none of your generation, and I don't like America. So that ain't have nothing to do with it. What you saying about some immigrant? I am a dude that is a 10th generation of of a black person, black American. Probably 10, and probably more than that. And I'm the 10th generation. I was born here. And I don't like what's going on in America. And I can criticize America because you know why? Because I'm an American citizen. That's why I can do that. That's not got nothing to do with that shit you talking about, bro. Anyway, let's move on.
loyalty to this country, if loyalty was the access for citizenship, aren't you actually committing a bit of a sin, reverting back to a conception of citizenship that has nothing to do with loyalty in the first place?
Well, I will say many of those seventh generations WASP I definitely hate. I know we have a lot of really, really bad ones, but like I said, anyone can adopt this. I guess what I just said, if any of your children marry a DAR, I would definitely vote for them for president. It's not so much, it's more, president is different. You have to be natural born, as you know, which, by the way, Ted Cruz is not, basically because of what you were just describing. Where is the loyalty? So ambassadors' children born actually in the United States.
First of all, that's not true. Ted Cruz is a first generation or second generation or something like that American citizen. Regardless, I don't like Ted Cruz. She's lying. What the fuck is going on? Why is she lying? Come on, man. Come on. What is she doing, man? Listen, your racism is really coming out. But come on, let's go.
The United States are not natural born, but that's a total sidebar. I've gotten.
It's actually not a sidebar at all. I mean, the fact that ambassadors' kids born in the United States are not citizens is actually an overlooked fact. If a kid of an ambassador from Mexico does not enjoy birthright citizenship, neither does somebody who's in this country illegally.
Yes.
Birthright citizenship either, right? So that's actually.
First of all, if you go through the right thing and you get citizenship here, and you ain't born here, you are a citizen of America. They don't want that no more because that hurts their political bullshit. That's all that is. That's why she's saying that. That's why that goofy motherfucker is saying that. And the crazy part about it, he should know better to say that. You are sad, bro. Let's move on.
It's actually a quite important logical chain. But I go back to, forget even because you get to this constitutional, legalistic, and I like that stuff, but we'll just put that to one side for a second. But the essence of American identity, I think there's a part of you that believes, I think you basically said so, that part of that identity is tied to a certain Anglo-Saxon heritage of this country, and that you're more American if you vested into that over the course of generations that are descended from that, rather than somebody who came here with a civic commitment to the country, went through the naturalization process, and then their kids made some real sense of the word. And the reason I respect you is that you actually have so to speak, the stones to be able to say it, is that you think that there's a different...
No, okay. Then why is it that you still mad at black people? Why y'all still racist? We here. My ancestors go as long as Ann Coulter shit. What the fuck is she talking about? And this motherfucker, he sitting there, he talking that goofy gangster, goofy gangster bullshit. Like, dude, my people been here longer than you. What are you talking about? Anyway, let's move on.
There's a difference in the status of the Americanness of that person. And that's where I think I disagree with you, but I want to give you the opportunity to air the case for that strand of national identity that I think we ought to just smoke out and be able to have a discussion about.
Well, the reason I mentioned the natural born citizen is I'm only talking about president of the United States. So obviously the framers thought there was something different about being president, the one man who holds one entire...
Let me say this. So President Obama wasn't a citizen. What the fuck are you talking about, bitch? This man, he wasn't totally black. He was a mixed breed. He was white and black. What the hell are you talking about? But anyway, let's move on.
One entire branch of government in his hands. It doesn't just say anything about who could be a Supreme Court justice, and they have a little more power than the president, by the way, or Secretary of State, or governor, or obviously senator, or any other position, but president, and I guess by extension, vice president. That is something that the framers did think was so important, that you had this deep generation-wide loyalty. And why would they think that? Well, as many said at the time, freedom is a wonderful thing, but it's a very hard thing to learn. And one of the things, and I cite these polls in my book, Adios America, it's striking and depressing, that lots of our very best immigrants just do it.
Fuck out of here, bitch. Ain't no way. Bitch, if you... Let me say this. Okay, cool. Well, tell me what you talking about. At the end of the day, I'm a black citizen in America, and I was born here. What the fuck she talking about? I don't belong here? What? Because of the color of my skin, I don't belong here? What are you talking about, bitch? I belong here. I stand on business. What the fuck are you talking about? But anyway, let's move on. Because this is where the racism come in. And this is how you know a person is a racist. Ann Coulter is a racist. Let's go.
Do not understand the Second Amendment. They do not get the First Amendment. And you take polls of them, you know, should you have a right to bear arms?
First of all, bitch, I do understand the Second Amendment. I understand the First Amendment. I do. You bitch. The fuck are you talking about? You mad because I do understand it. You're not mad at me because I don't understand it. You upset at me because I do understand it. That's the difference. You fucking bitch. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Anyway, let's move on. That bitch is a habitual liar. Let's move on.
Should hate speech be banned? And it's noticeable that large percentages of immigrants and children of immigrants really don't get that. And I think that is the point of having natural born citizen only for president, that this is a really delicate thing we have, this freedom to bear arms, and there being no such thing as hate speech, and it's just an additional little
I want you to bear arms, bitch. How about that? I want you and any of the people that you know to bear arms. Go ahead, have the guns. It won't change anything. We'll beat the fuck out you, bitch. How about that? So you talk all that shit. Bitch, we'll fuck you up out here. Excuse me. I want you to do that. You can't fuck with us. We'll fuck you up, bitch. Are you racist piece of shit? You really think that we give a fuck? Bitch, we'll beat the shit out you. Talking that goofy shit. Anyway, let's move on.
a little safeguard.
Here's my question for you on that is, because the left is actually very good at using what I call proxy logic. I reject proxy logic, but the left is actually very good at this. They'll say we need diversity in a corporate institution. So we're going to select for diversity of thought, not by screening candidates for the diversity of their thoughts, but by screening them for the diversity of their skin color, which is a really curious thing. If you care about diversity of thought in a boardroom, why do you care about...
That's a lie. That's a lie. It ain't no black person in any position that ain't qualified. They don't have any evidence of anything of what they're saying. Tell me what the evidence is. they ain't qualified to be where they be? Tell me. They don't have any evidence. They just get said, oh my God, they're there for DEI. Bitch, what? No, I wanna know the question. Tell me, give me the answers of these people are not qualified, these black folks. Tell me. Explain to me. You can't do it. Bitch, you can't do it. You can say that shit all you want, but it doesn't matter. Tell me, give me the stats that where these black folks ain't qualified or what you talking about where they are. I'm standing. Listen, you say what you saying. Tell me that I'm lying. I'm waiting, bitch. I'm waiting. You can't tell me that, you stupid son of a bitch. You can't tell me that, because it ain't true. Ain't no black person getting any powerful position. No powerful position. None. If we ain't qualified. These are facts, bitch. How about that? Come on, tell me what you want to say. Are you racist piece of shit? Tell me that a black person can get in a position and we ain't qualified. Tell me where. You can't tell us that. I'm waiting. Tell me where. Tell me. You bitch ass motherfucker. Tell me what it is. Tell me, motherfucker. I'm still waiting. I'm asking for any of you motherfuckers to put some shit out there to tell me that well, a black person wasn't qualified for the job that they had. Give me the statistics. Show me that they wasn't qualified. You bitch ass motherfucker. Tell me. I'm waiting. I'm seriously waiting. You bitch ass motherfuckers. Are you serious? Y'all ain't like that as white folks. Y'all been getting over on black folks for a long time. And you want to tell black people we ain't qualified? We ain't qualified? Explain to us how we ain't qualified, bitch. Tell me. Tell me. Any of you motherfuckers. Tell me how we ain't qualified. From any of these situations. How we ain't qualified. See, there's one thing you motherfuckers talk about. You say racist shit out your mouth. That's another thing to prove it. All that racist shit you say out your mouth, prove it, bitch. I'm waiting. Prove it. Tell me when my people ain't qualified. Tell me. Explain to me, motherfuckers, when my people ain't qualified. I'm waiting. Still this day, I'm still waiting, bitch. Any of you racist pieces of shit, any of you want to say anything about my people, tell me. Explain to my people that we ain't qualified. I'm waiting. Explain it to me how we ain't qualified. Ain't nobody said nothing, huh? That bitch nigga ain't said nothing. Huh? I'm waiting. I'm waiting on the nigga. Nigga telling me, oh, he gonna speak. He gonna speak. Tell me speak on it then, bitch. Tell me. Tell me. when my people ain't qualified. Give me a certain situation to where my people ain't qualified. All this racist shit. Bitch talk all that racist shit. But tell me what it is. Motherfuckers on racist shit. Tell me when my people ain't qualified. Do it. All the racist shit that people say it, bitch. Say what you gotta say. Are you racist ass white people? Say it. What's up? I'm here. Say it, bitch. Tell me when my people ain't qualified. Tell me we ain't qualified, bitch. You fucking piece of shit. Motherfucker want to talk about, oh, we ain't qualified. Tell me when we ain't qualified. Explain to us when we ain't qualified for anything that y'all bullshit y'all say. Tell me, bitch. You bitches ain't like that. You ain't like that. And fuck, we ain't like that. Can you tell us when we ain't qualified? I stand on my business. Tell me when we ain't about what we about. You bitches can't say shit. Now you bitches can say nothing. All these motherfuckers, they speak on us. They speak on black people. And they trying to act like, oh, they about like that. They like that. Bitch, you ain't like that, bitch. Bitch. Like I said, you motherfuckers, and like I said, I stand on it. You motherfuckers ain't like that. You let these white folks to say whatever the fuck they want to say. They can't say nothing to me. Ain't no racist ass white person can say shit to me. And I stand on that. Ain't no racist white person can say anything to me. You can't tell me, explain to me, bitch. I'm still waiting. Tell me how you better than black folks. Tell me how you do shit better than us. Tell me how we lazy. Give me that. You can't do it. You racist pieces of shit. You can't say it to me. And if you say it to me, bitch, I swear to God, I'm the type of nigga I smack the shit out you. Play with me. You want to fight? Well, I mean, what you want to do? I ain't scared of no nigga. I stand on my business. What niggas gonna do? What these niggas gonna do? I'm standing here. Tell me they better. And our people. Prove it. I'm still waiting. OBF. Anybody. Tell me how the fuck these racist ass people can speak on us and they ain't got no point. All them racist ass motherfuckers, they can say whatever the fuck they want to say, but they can't stand on business. The fuck out of here, man. Please, stop. They can't stand on what I stand on. Tell me what they saying. Tell me how they better. Tell me how they can move. Tell me they better than our people. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. And they can't speak on nothing. So stop talking about you know about our people and you ain't really about that. Niggas talk that goofy gangster shit. Like acting like they gangster like that. You ain't gangster. If you can't speak on what the fuck I'm talking about, you ain't a gangster nigga. All that bullshit. Oh, nigga, I speak on some things. You can't speak on shit that I'm talking about. You fuck around with you niggas. Nigga, I'm about what I'm about. I've been what I'm about. And listen, let's make it clear. If niggas think I'm bullshitting, Oh, tell me I'm bullshitting. Prove me I'm wrong. I been bought me. Niggas talk that gangster shit. They acting like they gangster. Fuck y'all niggas, please. I'm on my shit. I'm gangster, nigga. I stay on my pivot. I'm good. Tell me a nigga that can do what I'm talking about. I've been about who I am. Ain't nobody talking that. Man, get the fuck out of it. Man, you know what? I'm gonna let it go. Niggas ain't about that, man. Y'all niggas ain't about it. Hold on. Shout out to my brother Bruce in the building. What up, Bruce? Shout out my brother Bruce in the building. Shout out to my brother Bruce again. Man, listen. They can't talk that shit to me, man. I'm a gangster nigga. I ain't got time for that bullshit that niggas be acting like. If you a gangster nigga, you gangster. Nigga, I been about my shit. Ain't no nigga change my statement who I am. Think about it. Ain't nobody changed me. I'm who the fuck I am. All these niggas, they talk that shit, nigga. I'm about me. Get the fuck out of here, man. We damn near got kissed the nigga's ass. I ain't kissing no nigga ass. Fuck you. I stand on my shit. Niggas ain't really like that. You niggas is not like that. I stand on business. I ain't scared of no nigga. Fuck out of here, man. You was playing with me. Go ahead, man. I'm good with who I am, man. My shit is real. Ask niggas about me. And if niggas don't know nothing about me, then fuck them niggas. I don't kiss no nigga ass. I never kiss no nigga ass. Fuck out of here. Never. So what the motherfuckers want to do? And mind you, niggas don't even want to like be real. Just be on that bullshit, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm me, man. And what I'm in.